Maxi's kind of a good card. What's up, my Nimrods? It's Gage, and today we're talking about Zoodiac and why the heck it won the NAWCQ 2017. Are you really surprised? Yeah, well, you shouldn't be. I and probably many other players probably saw this coming. I was pretty crystal clear what was going to win the event, and that was going to be some form of Zoodiac. This was like decided months ago, man. It's been a long time. If you thought any deck that wasn't a Zoodiac variant was going to take the NAWCQ Nationals, you're something, all right. A lot of players might not understand why I'm saying this. It was pretty much a clear-cut tier 0 format. That's how it's been. I'm pretty sure that was the same way for Necros format. It wasn't the same really for Dragon Roller format because it was really spellbooks versus Dragon Rollers. It could have went either way that way. But this was a pretty much clear-cut tier 0. Zoodiac's the only good deck kind of format. And for players that don't really understand that, I'm going to take the opportunity to break it down for you guys exactly why you might see these other decks pop up, like kind of the pure Draco Demise deck, or you might see Paleozoic Frog come up. The deck did go 9-0 at the end of day 1. I think his name was Dakota Ritchie or something. Congratulations, bud. You're on my Facebook friends list, so if you see this, cool. There are a lot of decks in the format that can do well, but when it comes down to it, luck is going to run out. And this game is primarily luck-based for the most part, but really, when it comes down to it, going, I think it was 12 rounds, 14 rounds straight, just playing the same decks over and over again, most of the times you're going to draw bad. However, when you're looking at it from a consistency standpoint, nothing really tops Zoodiac, and that's truly what matters when you're grinding. I think it was 12 to 14 rounds of a tournament at one time. You're going to want to open up the best in the same field multiple times, probably ideally every time throughout the tournament, and really the only deck that could do that was Zoodiac. Not even mentioning that the combo it does make that is super consistent is extremely fucking good, giving you 4 cards for literally the price of 1. For people that don't understand that, a lot of people didn't understand that when I said that before. Zoodiac Rapier, Normal Summon Rapier, even Barrage is equivalent to a Trident, a Broad Bull Search, and an Emerald Draw. That's 4 cards, 2 monsters on the field, 2 extra cards to your hand. That's just stupid advantage. And looking at it, factually, there's no other deck in the format that can do that. That is insane. The fact that all these other decks that have to try to combat this Zoodiac variance of sorts have to invest multiple resources to clear a board, maybe like the one of the most ideally being like a Raigeki to clear 2 cards off the field, but your opponent's still +1 at the end of that, having the Broad Bull Search or the draw, whichever one you really consider the +1. Zoodiac was just by far the best and most optimal choice to pick for this event. There was really no other option you could pick for this event and expect to do extremely well for 12 to 14 rounds straight. I keep bringing up that the tournament was 12 to 14 rounds because a lot of players actually seem to forget that Nationals are extremely longer than that of YCSs and that of Regionals. Regionals you can top with some stupid shit and just get lucky every round, but when it comes to multiple rounds, probably even like almost double the amount of that of a regional at times, you're going to need a deck that can consistently pull off combos, the same combo that is really dumb and stupid multiple times throughout a tournament. Again, ideally every time. And we've seen time and time again, decks that are able to do this kind of clear-cut thing are able to do really well in a tournament. Decks like Necros, which are really consistently able to pull off the Jinlock, but also not only that, being able to consistently get Trishula out, not burn resources, and just recuperate hand advantage. That was a tier 0 format. Necros did that really well. We go back to Spellbook and Dragon Roller format. Spellbooks were able to get insane advantage literally just off of a Spellbook of Secrets and nothing else. If you had another Spellbook, that's even more power to you. Dragon Rollers had cards like 3 Super Rejuvenation, and every single Dragon Roller was able to get themselves into the graveyard easily. They could banish each other's babies. All the babies brought out a level 7 dude was more than enough. They could get consistent combos out. Draco Sack turn 1. Spellbook of Judgment getting yourself into Jowgen almost every turn. This is all consistency. Now, when we look at all this consistency and what exactly it means, and we look at the other decks of the format that we're currently in that represented at Nationals, like a deck like the pure True Draco, which was with like Demise and stuff, you're not going to always ideally open that Demise. That's a 3 of in your deck. Pot of Duality can help you get there, sort of, but you're not always going to get there. And those draws aren't guaranteed. You're not guaranteed to draw anything that could be useful. monsters could get pitched, you could draw into some bad spells that you might have to set and just wait until your next turn. That's all luck-based there for those kind of cards. Paleozoic, ideally you want to get into a Swap Frog. If you don't open up Swap Frog, most of the time you're really struggling that matchup. That's really weird to say, but 60 cards isn't a thing anymore. You can't just play grass, get multiple Paleozoics in your graveyard. It's not that easy anymore. But we take a look at Zoodiac, and this deck has multiple searchers in the form of 3 Tanky, 3 Barrage can get you there, a Thoroughblade can get you into a separate kind of combos, Ram plus Barrage gets you into multiple combos. Ram plus Diagram kind of does the same thing too. There's just a lot of different opportunities for the Zoodiac deck to be able to make a really good play consistently that these other decks really don't have access to. So to really conclude, I think the main takeaway from this is consistency is key when it comes to topping a very large scale tournament. YCS is kind of fit under this category, but Nationals especially. You want the most consistent deck where if you are a very competitive player, a very knowledgeable player, you can take advantage of all that advantage you can get and use it to the best of your capabilities consistently. Sure, when it comes to small round tournaments like regionals or locals, you can have a little fun with a gimmicky deck and maybe top if you're lucky, but when it comes to a 12-round tournament in NAWCQ, you gotta play the most consistent deck, gotta get the same combo off every time. It's just the reality behind it.
That's all, folks.
If you guys liked the video, be sure to like the video, thumbs up the video, how express you enjoyed the video. Pack winner, that's you. Shoot me a PM. If you're in the anywhere not in the US, actually don't shoot me a PM because I can't ship it overseas. Sorry. That being said, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh content, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. Nim signing out.